Hi, my name is Shelley Sanders. Welcome to True Self Tuesday. So, I am so excited to be with you today because we're going to talk about 6 tips to increase your energy. So, if you've been feeling really tired or drained lately, you definitely want to tune in to this week's tips. But before we get started, please do me a favor, like and share. Like the page so you'll know when I'm going live, and then also share with people who are feeling really energetically drained. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in for 6 tips to increase your energy. So the reason why I wanted to come on today to do this live is there's so much that's going on in the world right now that's actually pulling down your energy, and it's beginning to drain you. So if anything happens over a period of time, it eventually wears you down, right? So there's been a lot of fear, and there's been a lot of uncertainty with the economy. Maybe during the first round of layoffs you were okay, but now you might be concerned. You might be asking yourself, am I next? You may be currently the only one in your department, and you want to know, how long will this last? Will you get some help, or are you going to have to maintain this type of fast pace through the rest of the year? Um, you could be feeling drained because maybe you're in the home in a situation where you're with a partner and things have been rocky. And the longer that you two spend that one on one time together, the further that it's driving you apart. So there's so much going on right now. And there's a lot of emotions that's being dumped. There's a lot of people that are feeling anxiety, depression, things like that. And if you're someone who is sensitive to energies and you're able to pick up on people's emotions as you enter a room, you're going to feel not only your own stuff, but you're going to feel other people's stuff as well. So it's going to cause you to feel like, just being so tired and so exhausted, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share some tips with you of how you can start to increase your energy. So number one is smudging. So if you're not sure what smudging is, so this is actually a sage stick, and what you would do is just burn the ends of this, and you would go around your home and you would just smudge the space. So the reason why you would want to smudge is if there's any negativity in the household, maybe there's concern about money, maybe there's arguments. You might even have some adult kids that have to come back into the home, so that's additional stress. So what you want to do is to start to break up any energy that's been building up, that's just kind of hanging around like a dark cloud. So in order to smudge, you would just light the end of your sage, and then you would go around the house and you would smudge all of the spaces. Be sure to smudge the corners because energy gathers in corners. You would want to go above windowsills, door frames. Be sure to open up your windows to let in some fresh air. Pull back the curtains and the blinds to let some sunshine in. So this tends to get pretty smoky. So if you're someone who likes sage but maybe you don't want the smoke, another option would be for you is to use spray. So this is great as far as misting. I absolutely love it. It's very light as far as misting. But the thing is, if you have a pretty large space, you could go through a bottle pretty quickly. So that's another option. But if you still want to sage, or if you want to smudge, so it's also known as smudging, but you don't want that smoky smell, another one is Palo Santo. So this is really good, and it smells really good too, and it does not smoke nearly as much as sage does. So this is what Palo Santo looks like. So this is like my number two. So my dog, she can handle this. This is actually too smoky for her, so I will often use this because it's less smoke. So that would be smudging. So you want to do that in order to just to break up some of the energies in the home. Tip number two is decluttering. So you would not believe how much energy or how much it can drain you when you have a lot of clutter around your house. So a great way to start off with is maybe a kitchen drawer. So, we usually have that one drawer in the house where you just throw everything into. So, I would start off there so you don't feel overwhelmed. And then from the kitchen drawer, you can remove any junk mail. So, if you get a lot of junk mail, be sure to get that out of the house right away. Shredding is a great way to help you to declutter. So, shred any old bills, papers, any credit card offers that you're not going to accept. Shred all that. Um, Also, your wallet. So if you've been having some problems receiving money, what you want to do is you want to open up your wallet and get rid of any receipts, any old receipts that you don't need for tax purposes. Get rid of those receipts out of your wallet. Take out all the change and make sure that your dollar bills are straight. So that's going to help you as far as manifesting money. Also, clothes. Any clothes that you don't wear anymore, that you don't plan on wearing, box those up and get those out in order to donate those. So, decluttering, and you'll find that as you do, you're going to feel so much lighter. Your space will have so much more energy that you'll feel better. And here's another thing that you're going to notice is it'll be easier for you to think. Your creativity is going to increase, and also it's going to be so much easier for you to connect with your spirit guides or your spirit team, because again, you've removed a lot of that stale old energy that's just kind of been hanging out in place. Tip number 3 is self-care. Really important, because in order to increase your energy, you got to feel really good in your body. So your body is your own personal tuning fork, and if you don't take care of it, you're going to really feel tired. So one of the things that I like to do is, and here's the thing, is I'm not a doctor and I cannot diagnose, but Epsom salt, it is so good. So if you have a tub and you're able to soak in your tub, just putting some Epsom salt in your water, it will help to really relax your muscles, pull out a lot of those toxins, and just cause you just to feel so good. Another thing that I absolutely love is magnesium flakes. Oh my goodness. Talking about a good night's sleep. So easy to sleep with this. So also you want to put that in your tub and just soak in it and just feel so good. So speaking of sleep, along with self-care, here's what you want to do. You want to listen to your body, and you want to make sure that you get plenty of sleep and plenty of rest. So if you are someone who has to go to sleep with the TV on, I would recommend setting a sleep timer, maybe for 45 minutes or an hour, so then that way you can get a good sleep. Here's what happens is, say you fall asleep and there's a program on. When commercials come on, the advertisers tend to bring up the volume on the commercials in order to get you to pay attention. So what that's going to do is it's going to rock you out of a sleep, and you're going to be restless as you're hearing these commercials during the night. So be sure to set a sleep timer. Tip number 4 is sound. So you may wonder, what does sound have to do with increasing your energy? So here's the thing. Sound can change your mood. So if you're hearing something upbeat and happy like music, it can really bring your energy up and it cause you to feel good. Same thing happens with negativity. So we absolutely need to keep up to date on the news. So I would recommend maybe a half hour in the morning just to get an update of what's going on. And then a little later, maybe a half hour towards the 6 p.m. But if you got a lot of negativity coming to you and you're constantly hearing that, that's going to drop down your energy. Same thing with negative people. If they're always saying something negative, they hardly have anything positive to say. You just want to be aware of that. So if you see them coming up on your cell phone, you might not want to pick it up. I can remember when I was in corporate, I had worked with someone that was always negative. I hardly heard this person say anything positive. And they were in the kitchenette area getting some coffee. I was headed there to get some water. And this person started up with their negative conversation. And I could, clairaudiently hear my guides come in say, hurry up and get out of there. And the reason why my guides had suggested that is because my vibration was so much higher that just that 20, 30 seconds of conversation was going to bring me down. Hey, Patricia, so good to see you. Thank you for joining. Tip number 5 is nature. So you want to get out in nature because it just feels so good. It's a natural rejuvenation just for your mind, body, and soul. One of my favorite things to do in nature is to like put my palm up against a tree or maybe put my back up against a tree. So I like to go to the park, grab a journal, and just sit with my back up against a tree. And it's just something about the energy that trees give off. They fill you up, and it's like they take all the negativity and that tiredness out of you, and they put it down into the earth's core, and then they just fill you up with positivity. Now, I do get some strange looks from time to time, and I don't care because, you have to do what's best for you, right? The other thing that I would suggest about nature, be sure to keep your cell phone in your pocket and just really be with nature and allow that to just really energize you. And just take in that nice sun, that vitamin D, because it feels so good. And then our final tip, which is number 6, is comedy. So laughter brings up your energy. It helps you to feel better. It brings up your vibration. So one great thing that you can do, and one of my favorite things to do, is Netflix. So Netflix has a lot of comedians that have like 1 hour specials. You have the pick of the litter of what you want to watch. And anytime I'm ever feeling down or low and I just need that boost up, I like to watch comedy, and it just helps to raise the vibration. And if you also notice that laughter is contagious, and once you start laughing, it's really hard to stop. So just to recap our 6 tips in order to increase your energy. So tip number 1 is smudging. So you want to make sure that you clear out all of that stuck, stale energy by smudging. Tip number 2 is declutter. Go ahead and start with that kitchen drawer, and then once you get going, it'll be so much easier to declutter. Tip 3 is self-care. You want to make sure that you take care of your body and yourself, and you get that rest and that sleep. Tip 4 is sound. So you just want a lot of positivity. So if people are speaking to you, you want positive people, and you want to turn away from that negative talk. Tip number 5 is nature. So get out there and enjoy it. It's really beautiful in Southern California right now. We have a lot of great sun. So if you have great weather too, get outside and enjoy it. And don't forget to wear your mask. And tip number 6 is comedy. Keep laughing. Bring up the vibration to feel really good. So let me share with you what I have coming up. So if you're someone who like to get ahead of situations, you want to know what's coming up so that you can be prepared, I do have a free online masterclass coming up, which is called Third Eye Opening. So it's all about opening up your psychic awareness. So that is your 6th chakra. And it's a great way for your guides to communicate with you, to start giving you information. It is free. And the link to join us is thirdeyeopening.eventbrite.com, and third is 3RD eyeopening.eventbrite.com. I've also put the link into the body of this post so that you can join us. And if you want to know more about saging, I've also included the link as well, so you can read a blog post that I wrote last year. So the Third Eye Opening, that masterclass, is on Wednesday the 29th at 3 p.m. But if you can't join us live, don't worry, because when you register, you will automatically get a recording of the call. So then that way you can take your time and go through it, and you can go at your own pace. So I hope that you've enjoyed these tips. I had a great time sharing them with you. Take care and have a great day. Bye.